let's say something. Let's take, anybody know what that tune is? I'm going to change that to it's a chant for Easter. It's the Victime Pascale Laudes, Christians to the Paschal Victim. Okay, so if I take something like that. Okay, so the point is, it's a simple pattern. Take it home and play with it. Okay, and spend time with it. The more time you spend with it, you begin to gain the confidence. Example 4A is just a couple of those clusters that I wrote out, and I don't even know why I wrote them out, except that I think clusters are better when there aren't too many half-step distances in between the notes. So I try to come. Okay, we've got, this is the first cluster, right? And the second cluster, they're a little bit French, which is good, okay, because they know how to do it. And I'm saying that I suppose if you wanted to do it the opposite way, you know. Things that, you know, try it in different places. Those clusters are a sure way of thinking about starting out. You can go to your church organ next week, and before the service, you stop to stops, just play that cluster, and draw some kind of a stop to work against it that's slightly more prominent to give you the tune, and play with melodies. You'll find that a lot of things work with these clusters. There's not a strict, rigid way to go about it. So the cluster, I think we've covered pretty much level 1 as it's written there. The cluster, the ostinato, some fundamentals of melody, and the canon. So you really need to spend some time looking at those. Now, I've lost my sheet that has all the goodies on it, but I'll find another one.
It's up there.
Fear not. Yeah, well, they're...
Right up there.
Oh, this is it. Yep, thank you. I knew I flipped it over at some point. Okay, level 2. 6/3 chords and counterpoint. Now what is he going to take? Well, you know, let me explain. On your white paper, you have the 3-chord patterns. On the back of that, by the way, you have the intervals, the fundamental intervals, which are helpful in forming notions about melody and as how they relate to harmonies that you might play. So you've got 2 things on the white paper, but right now I'm still referring to the front side. Okay, and we've got the tonic chord on C. And then you know we have the first inversion is the 6/3 chord. And the reason it's called the 6/3 chord is from the bottom pitch, which is E, up to the top pitch is a 6th. Okay, and then in the middle is a 3rd. So we have the root of the chord, which is the E, a 6th, and a 3rd. So, in parallel, okay, they work very nicely. So, you have the first inversion, and if you stay within the key, and just move in parallel motion, it's fairly simple. If you look at example 5, I've written some out for you. Example 5 has some parallel, absolute parallel 6 chords. And again, this is something before service if you're looking for something to do, or you didn't like the prelude you had planned anyway. You know. I'm adding dynamics because they're implied. Okay. A little jazzy with the 7th in there, but you know. Okay, so it's in basically it centers on F because you've got an F pedal point. A hairpin climax, you know, just crescendo going up, decrescendo coming down. I'm working these slow shades. We have a squeaky slow shade. Need some WD-40 in there. But anyway. Okay, and then the second one is very similar except that it does that off-beat suspension and resolution similar to what Chris was doing in the first ostinato. You have, and actually you could take that melody and put it in a different place. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, example 2. You could take that top line and say, even bring it down the octave.